Hey guys, welcome on in to another episode, Getting Well with Terry and Friends, MLB trends and betting picks, and NHL picks. We'll be doing the uh, there's two NHL games I plays in, and I'll give them out at the end. So kind of an all-in-one show today. So we will be getting to that, but first we'll quickly jump into what happened on Wednesday's show here in Major League Baseball. LA Angels, Miami Marlins, over 8.5. One of my premium plays up on the site was a winner. Unfortunately, a rough day on Wednesday when it came to site plays, but did give out the winner here over 8.5. Tim Anderson did not get his bases. Not a good game overall from him. Red Sox and Oakland Athletics, Jaron Duran and Rafael Devers both got over 1.5 bases. So two nice winners there. Thanks to those guys. And then Cincinnati Reds, Philadelphia Phillies. I said this was one of my favorite plays of the day. I couldn't believe that the leading hitter on Cincinnati with the best average right now leads the team in hits was minus 120 to get a hit at some spots, and I just thought that was absolutely crazy. So a nice winner there. Yes, there was a rain delay and we had to wait, but Spencer Steer got his hit. So thank you, Mr. Steer. Paul Goldschmidt over 1.5 bases, and Jake Cronenworth over 1.5 bases. Both didn't cash. Relying on the St. Louis Cardinals offense is not something I'm going to be doing very often. They have not been a good team this year, and they're not a team, unless things dramatically change, that I'm going to be really looking to back player props or as a side. Spencer Steer, as we said, got his hit. Jake Cronenworth did not. So unfortunately, the parlay of the day was a loser on Wednesday. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Inc. Hope all is well. What's up, Terry? Smash the like. Thank you, Richie. You always do. And we'll be discussing your Texas Rangers here on today's show. But we'll get into the first game that I want to talk about because it is starting here at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that is between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. Here in this game, Toronto plus 130 to plus 145. The Yankees minus 149 to minus 155. 8.5s right across the board here in this game. Yusei Kikuchi will be starting on the mound for Toronto. Marcus Stroman, former Blue Jay, will be making his Yankee debut. Or actually, sorry, it says he's 1-0. So he'll be starting his second game for the Yankees. Looking at this game here, when it comes to a side perspective, I do think the Yankees win this game. The Toronto Blue Jays have just not been consistent at the plate when it comes to offensively. Some games they'll have really great games, and then they will get no hits, and then they will win with a 2-run homer thanks to Davis Schneider, and then they will get shut out and get one hit the next game. So this team is kind of all over the place right now. But with that being said, I've got two Toronto player props here. So we're going with Justin Turner over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. So what that means is he has to get two of any of those three things. If he gets a hit, someone is on second base, they score, he gets a hit and an RBI, and we cash that bet. So instead of 100 over 1.5 bases, this bet gives us a little bit of leeway. If he gets a run, an RBI, or a hit, he just has to get two in the game total, which is plus 105 for him. Reason being, 7 for 22 in the season. He's got 4 doubles and 1 home run, but he's had a lot of success against Stroman. 4 for 9 against Stroman with 2 doubles. Justin Turner has been the one consistent player for the Blue Jays this year. He's had success against Stroman. So we'll take him here to get 1.5 hit, run, or RBI combined for Justin Turner. And then Davis Schneider back in the lineup. Never should have not been in the lineup yesterday. I posted on Twitter, fire John Schneider. He's a horrible MLB manager. And one of the reasons why I tried to disown the Blue Jays after last year's playoff series. I still love the Blue Jays. I always will, but John Schneider needs to be fired. And really, to be honest, I can't look at backing the Blue Jays as a side with him as manager because he just makes awful decision after awful decision. And one of those is benching Davis Schneider yesterday. Um, the game before, Toronto struggled against Houston in that series. But down 1-0, the top of the ninth, the guy on base, Davis Schneider comes up, and what does he do? He hits a home run, wins the game single handedly for the Toronto Blue Jays. They win 2-1, and then he gets benched yesterday. So absolutely ridiculous. He's got a home run in both games he started this year. So yes, we're going to take Davis Schneider over half a home over to get a home run, which is plus 800 in this game, um, and we'll just back him because he is a good talent that should not be on the bench. Yes, he hits lefties better than righties, and there's the whole lefty righty split. But when nobody else on the team is hitting, for me, if I was a big league manager and someone hit a 2-run homer that won us the game when nobody else was hitting, their name would be number one on the lineup card the next day. Before Vladdy, before Bo, before all those guys, Davis Schneider's name would be on there first, not necessarily at the top, obviously, but he would be in the starting lineup, first name on the list if I was a manager. So we'll back him here to get a home run in this game. Good day, Terry. Good day, Captain Bry. Hope all is well. O's money line, minus 135. Owen, I had the Orioles run line as a premium play yesterday, and I was really hoping for a home run, but of course they just win by one, which was kind of upsetting. But it is what it is, I guess. Juan Soto over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI minus 105. Yes, he has never faced Kikuchi. That seems kind of weird, but maybe I might have made a mistake. Actually, I'll check here. He's 10 for 29 in the season. So he's definitely had a great start to the season here for Juan Soto, one of the consistent New York Yankees hitters so far. And yeah, he's never faced Kikuchi. So not exactly sure what to expect, but Kikuchi's not been playing well. So he did not play well in his first start. So I wouldn't talk you off that at all. Raise it? Yes. A Real Deal Prime, also a Blue Jays fan. Tigers minus 1.5. Athletics money line. Well, we won't be going over that game. I do have a premium play on that game. It is in the description below. So if you want to get that, it's a 3-game package starting in about 20 minutes in that game. Aaron Judge, 2 bases, Volpe hit. All right, best of luck. I know Aaron Judge hasn't got off to the best start this season. Anthony Volpe has been pretty good, though, so far for the Yankees. Gleyber Torres hasn't got off to the best start this year overall, 6 for 28, but he's 9 for 22 against Kikuchi, 2 doubles and a home run. So if you wanted to look at Gleyber Torres, you could as well. Ultimately, not getting to any Yankee props, just sticking with these two. Trying to be a little bit more selective with props right now. I had KC and Cardinals parlay, 233 for 633. That St. Louis game was crazy. Yeah, for sure. Jay's money line will tell you on Turner incredible stats against Drew. Yeah, he's been awesome, and we'll take him here. And that's what I like. When I look at player props, I will make exceptions, of course. But when I want to bet a player prop like Justin Turner, he's having success right now, and he's had success against this pitcher. That's what I like to. That's what I like to see. Now, of course, a guy like Davis Schneider, he's never faced Marcus Stroman, so it's not all and be all. But it is something that I like when looking at player props. I want to take Tigers run line, but after yesterday, their bullpen is spent. Yeah, like I said, I do have a play in that game. There's a play I do like in that game. It's available up on the site. Torres was taking batting practice through the earthquake. They showed it. Wow. Wow. And yeah, I know everyone's talking about earthquake in New Jersey. I obviously live in Canada, in the basement, and obviously it didn't affect Canada, so I didn't feel anything. But hope everyone is okay in the earthquakes. But We will move on to the second game we're going to be talking about today, which is between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. The Dodgers minus 174 to minus 185, road favorites. Cubs plus 150 to plus 160, home dogs, 7.5s, right across the board here in this game. Bobby Miller will be on the mound for the Dodgers. Kyle Hendricks on the mound for the Cubs. Both had completely opposite starts, their first starts. Bobby Miller, excellent, didn't allow a run, 11 strikeouts, while Kyle Hendricks got lit up. And let me see exactly here. He got lit up and gave up 9 hits, 2 walks, 5 earned runs in just 3.2 innings. So, yes, that was against Texas, a very good lineup, but this Dodgers team is, in my opinion, Dodgers and the Texas Rangers have similar lineups. I think the Dodgers are a step ahead. So that should tell you right there. Not a good opponent here for Hendricks to face in his second start. Um, the first two props I have in this game, because yes, I have four, lots of props here in this game. We're going Mookie Betts over 1.5 bases plus 110, and to get a home run plus 550 in this game. Reason being, Mookie Betts is 2 for 6 against Hendricks, so he has had some success against Hendricks, and he is 16 for 33 on the season with 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 5 home runs. Mookie Betts is just on another level right now. Uh, just a fantastic start for him. Will Freddie Freeman over 1.5 bases plus 115. Why are we taking that? Well, he's 12 for 32 in the season, 2 doubles, 1 home run, but he's 5 for 13 against Hendricks. So he's had success against Hendricks as well. Both players playing really well. They've had success against their pitcher, they're facing. So we will take both. And then we're going Will Smith over 1.5 bases plus 125, and Max Muncy over 1.5 hit, run, or RBI plus 100. Why are we doing this? Will Smith has never faced Hendricks, but he's 13 for 32 on the season with 3 doubles. One of that top 4 or 5, if when you include Otani, is just absolutely dangerous for the Dodgers. Max Muncy, he's 3 for 8 against Hendricks, 10 for 33 on the season with 2 doubles and 1 home run. So we'll take him here for 1.5 hit, run, or RBI, because the way I look at this, um, Muncy, if he gets a hit, most likely he's getting an RBI, because Mookie Betts, Shohei Otani, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith are all right in front of Muncy. So if and when Muncy gets a hit in this game, I'm pretty sure he's getting an RBI as well. So we'll take him for 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs plus 100. If you're not able to bet that at your book, then I would look at his over 1.5 bases. It's mostly just over half a base at most books, but if you can get the alternative um, number, I would take him over 1.5 bases if you can't get the hit, run, and RBI bet, because I know that not all books have it, but there are quite a few that do. So that's what we'll do. We'll load up on Dodgers props here. One of the best offenses in baseball, and we'll be facing the Chicago Cubs. Morning, Terry. Morning, you say. Hope all is well. Cubs money line? No, definitely not. Definitely not. I may be hammering Orioles AAA teams run line for the rest of the year. LOL. Yes, I hear they had a very good game, their last game, and we'll see when some of those prospects get called up to the big team. That could definitely hurt the AAA team. Jordan, minus 1.5 for the Dodgers over 7, and Freeman over 1.5 bases. I like it. Captain Bry, I said Mookie Betts is an auto play, but I actually have no player props in this game because of the weather. Cold, wind blowing in when I last checked last night. Therefore, I have the under 7.5. I can see that. Obviously, weather is very important. It is very important. However, Hendricks is just not good. He's not good, and this Dodgers lineup is just too strong. So um, I'm willing to overlook the weather. Obviously, that might not be too good for Mookie Betts' home run prop, but I still have to bet it regardless because the start he's got too. So maybe you do want to go a little bit smaller with some of these bets if you're tailing me here in this game just because of the weather, but I still think we get some Dodgers runs for sure. I did a Tampa, KC, Dodgers, and Detroit all money line parlay. What do you think? Um, well, let's see here. The Tampa Bay game, they're facing Austin Gomber in Colorado, so Tampa Bay definitely the better overall team. They definitely should win that game. So I like that one. The KC facing the White Sox, that looks good as well. KC's been not doing too bad so far to start the season. Dodgers, we just talked about. I do not like the Cubs whatsoever, so I do like the Dodgers and the Detroit money line. Yeah, not a bad play. Not a bad play. Added Will Smith for an RBI. I like it. I like it. And you scared me a little bit, Captain Bry. You have. You scared me a little bit. But yeah, I didn't take the over in this game just because of how the weather looks. But and because Bobby Miller was absolutely fantastic in his first start. So something to look at here. Thanks. No problem. No problem. But we will move on to my favorite game of the day. We've got the Philadelphia Phillies heading to Washington to face the Nationals. The Phillies minus 177 to minus 185. Washington plus 150 to plus 163. 7.5, eights, 8.5s, different numbers across the book here in this game. Starting on the mound for Philadelphia is Aaron Nola, who um, is a very, very good pitcher, one of the Phillies' best pitchers, but got off to an absolutely horrific start in his first game. 11 hits, one walk, 6 earned runs over 4.1 innings against the Atlanta Braves. And now he faces this Washington lineup, which definitely isn't as scary as the Nationals lineup or as the Braves lineup. On the mound for Washington is Patrick Corbin. And Patrick Corbin is a pitcher just you want to bet against. In whatever way you possibly can, Patrick Corbin is just a pitcher to fade. A pitcher you want to fade at all costs. Yes, he did have a somewhat good run last year at a little point of the season. But otherwise, he is fade material here heading into this game. And this is one of my premium plays. I actually got the over 8.5 in this game. Now I'm seeing 8, so if you can get the 8, take the 8 instead. And then Alec Bohm, over 1.5 bases, plus 110, and also to hit a home run, plus 625 in this game. Alec Bohm likes to face Patrick Corbin, which a lot of players do, actually. He's 8 for 22 against Corbin with 3 doubles and 3 home runs. So it has been a great matchup for Alec Bohm. 5 for 21 in the season so far. So he's had a pretty okay start for the Phillies so far this season. And then we'll take 2 more as well. We'll go Bryson Stott over 1.5 hits, runs, or RBIs minus 110. And then JT Realmuto over 1.5 bases plus 130. Realmuto 5 for 18 in the season. He's 11 for 32 against Corbin. Bryson Stott 4 for 10 against Corbin with a double and a triple. So he's had success against Corbin, 4 for 18 so far on the season. So another high scoring game here, and some player props. Philly has gone over 8.5 in 5 of their 6 games this season. Washington's gone over 8.5 in 5 of their 6 games. Only game that stayed under was their 5-3 win against Pittsburgh. So close to getting over, but didn't quite get there. So two high scoring teams, two pitchers on the mound that could definitely get hit here. So we'll take the over 8.5 and player props here in this one. Phillies money line, yeah, they definitely should win, but I would much rather look. If you want to back the Phillies, maybe look at their team total over. Both of these teams, and also another reason, yeah, why I like the over at 8.5. We just talked about the starting pitchers. Both of these teams have awful bullpens, and bullpens that could get hit at any moment. So if we haven't quite got the over in the first 5, which do I think we're going to get 9 runs in the first 5? Maybe not. But if we need a few more runs at the end of the game, both bullpens can get us there. So I absolutely love the over as well. You think Ohtani goes yard plus 300? He did in his last game. He's one of the only players I didn't take. So watch him probably go yard. I wanted to. That one shocked me. Also have Schwarbers and Abrams props. Okay, so you've got a couple more. Couple more than me. Best of luck, Captain Brian. But we will move on along to the next game that we're going to be talking about, which is between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. Houston minus 135 to minus 145. Texas plus 115 to plus 129. Tens. It does look like there's a 9.5 available at Bet99. A very high number here at 10 in this game. On the mound for Houston is Hunter Brown, and for Texas, Cody Bradford in this game. And Hunter Brown is a pitcher I do like to look at for strikeout props. He only got 5 in his last game, only pitched, I think, 4.2 innings or something like that. So I didn't really pitch that long overall. Gonna wait on strikeout props, but he is a pitcher to look out for strikeout props as we go on through the season. How I'm playing this game, we're taking Corey Seager over 1.5 bases minus 115, and Marcus Semien over 1.5 bases plus 105. Why are we doing that? Well, as I bring it up here, Corey Seager, he is 3 for 8 against Hunter Brown. Marcus Semien is 6 for 11. So both guys have had success against Hunter Brown. Corey Seager, 8 for 22 in the season. Marcus Semien is 6 for 24. So both players have got off to good starts. And I will 100% check and see. No, I don't expect, obviously, this game's at 8. So no confirmed lineups here for this one. There is one other player that I'm hoping is going to be in the lineup here, and that's Travis Jankowski. 2 for 4 in the season so far, hasn't got a lot of at-bats. He is 3 for 5 against Hunter Brown. So Travis Jankowski is confirmed. Check the spreadsheet in the description below. I will be adding in on Jankowski props. Most likely over 1.5 bases for a big plus money price. So I'm hoping Jankowski's in the lineup. We'll be adding him. And then we'll obviously on Corey Seager and Marcus Semien already. A lot of people were talking shit about Texas when they signed these two to big money deals. But as we saw last year, they are worth every penny. And we'll take them here in this game. When it comes to the side, I was extremely close to taking Texas. Why I didn't, for some reason, Houston wins in Texas. Texas wins in Houston. I know, obviously, Houston is Texas, but both of these teams, the road team, it's a very heavy road series between these two teams in the playoffs last year and then last year in general. So that's enough to keep me off Texas here, but I would lean that way. Just with how last year went, I'll look more to take Texas when they're in Houston here. Let's go Rangers. Yes, Richie. Let's go Rangers. Rangers money line, as I said, I lean that way, but uh, not enough to pull the trigger. Great props here, Terry. Thanks, Richie. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, you just take the two big names." Well, yeah, I'm taking the two big names because they are playing very well, but also because they have success against Hunter Brown. So it's not just me picking the top two names on each team. That's not how we do it around here. Final game we're going to talk about, then we'll get to the parlay of the day, and then we'll go over two NHL games for today's slate. Final game we're going to be talking about is the Seattle Mariners and the Milwaukee Brewers here. Seattle plus 102 to plus 108. Milwaukee minus 117 to minus 125. 7.5 at Bet365. Other books have eights. If you are looking at the total here in this one, Logan Gilbert on the mound for Seattle, Freddie Peralta on the mound for Milwaukee. Both pitchers got off to fantastic starts in their first start. Logan Gilbert 1.29 ERA, Freddie Peralta 1.5 ERA here in this first or in their second starts of the season. And when looking at this game, I really do lean towards Milwaukee in this game. I do like Milwaukee. They've got off to a good start this season, but not quite enough to pull the trigger on it. So ultimately a pass when it comes to the side, but I do lean with Milwaukee. But going to take Christian Yelich over 1.5 bases plus 135. Why are we taking him? Well, he's 2 for 3. He's 2 for 3 against Gilbert in his career, so he's had some success against Gilbert, and 7 for 19 on the season. Yelich having a great year so far. Mitch Haniger for Seattle, he's 2 for 2 against Peralta, and he's also off to a pretty good start, 6 for 23 in the year. So you could look at him. Ty France playing pretty well for the Mariners as well. Willie Adames for Brewers, 2 for 3 against Gilbert, 5 for 19 in the season. So there are other players you could look at here in this game. The issue is that both pitchers, I could see this game being a very low scoring game. So ultimately not going to go crazy here with props, but I'll take Yelich because he is the Brewers' best player and is pitching well or is hitting well right now and has hit well against Gilbert in the past. Reds money line. That's a premium play for me. That's all I'll say. Mariners money line. No, I would lean the other way if I was going to get to this game, but from a side perspective, but I'll pass. Gilbert over 5.5 Ks minus 136. Not a bad look. Brew Crew and under, says Richie. Yeah, that's how I would lean. That's how I would lean in this game. For the parlay of the day, we're going with my two favorite props today. We're going to parlay my two favorite props together. Alec Boehm over 1.5 bases for Philadelphia and Corey Seager over 1.5 bases for Texas. Parlay both together and you get plus 292. And that's how we are going to go for the parlay of the day today. Is taking both Alec Boehm and Corey Seager both over 1.5 bases. Thank you everyone for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. Of course, no, we're not quite done yet. We will switch over now to NHL and bring me in here. Boom. To NHL we go. And we'll quickly do a recap of what happened yesterday in the NHL. I won't get to standings here. We'll do that. When we look at tomorrow's games, which most likely will be happening tonight. So stay tuned. Draw in Pittsburgh, Washington. Unfortunately, did not get there. A big game by Pittsburgh, and I, along with others, had Pittsburgh kind of out of it. Especially like they trade Jake Gensel as well, and I had them out of the race, but here they are, only a point out after yesterday's game. A nice 4-1 win for the Penguins here. in this one. Florida, Ottawa. I passed in this game. A 6-0 win for the Panthers. So that's what the Panthers needed. Was a nice, convincing win against the Senators. Boston Bruins, Carolina Hurricanes did lean with the under. I should have pulled the trigger on that. Ended up being a 4-1 win for the Bruins. Unfortunately, Jarvis did not score in this game. Tampa Bay Lightning, Montreal Canadiens. Tampa Bay kicked Montreal's butt. Braden Point, unfortunately, did not score. He got 2 assists, but did not score. And then I did add Brandon Hagel for an assist, and of course, he scored. So that's just the way the NHL has been going the last few days. Islanders in Columbus, big 4-2 win for the Islanders, keeping them right in the thick of things when it comes to the playoff race. Calgary, Winnipeg, I passed in this game. Winnipeg getting the win against the Flames. Brandon Saad, anytime goal plus 333, he scored. So thank you, Brandon Saad. He was the first goal scorer for the St. Louis Blues, who ended up losing to Nashville 6-3, despite outshooting the Preds 47-31 yesterday. Took the draw here between the Avs and the Wild. The Avalanche got the job done. And yeah, that's about it. LA Kings, San Jose Sharks passed in this game. The Kings with the 2-1 win. So anyone that had the Kings puck line unfortunately lost. And the parlay of the day, Steven Stamkos did his point. Pittsburgh won 4-1. Russ didn't get a point. Crosby didn't get a point. If I had told everyone that Pittsburgh was going to win that game 4-1, pretty sure everyone would have thought that Brian Rust would have got a point. But somehow he didn't. And NHL has been a little bit rough the last few days, unfortunately. Richie likes Seager Homer in the MLB, and I would love that. I would love that. Bruins money line yesterday, crazy. Yeah, they got the job done. I have a huge plus money play today. Okay, interesting. Most of my NHL plays are half units. Nothing really jumped out at me today. I've got a couple plays. I've got our 3 plays that we're going to be talking about here. See you next year, Blues. Laughing. Yeah, they're out of it, I think. But I won't say anything because Blues fans will be quick to mention that where the Wild are in the standing. So no bragging for me about that. But going to the first of the 2 games we're going to be talking about here, which is between the Washington Capitals and let me bring it up here. Washington Capitals heading to Carolina to face the Hurricanes. Washington plus 215 to plus 233. Carolina minus 250 to minus 270. Sixes right across the board here. Both teams obviously playing on the second night of a back-to-back. Both teams lost yesterday. So both teams will be looking to get back on track here in this game. And he didn't cash yesterday, but we're going back to him again today. Seth Jarvis anytime goal, plus 185. Darcy Kemper should be in net here for Washington. He has not had the best season at all. Lindgren has been the better goaltender and has basically stolen Kemper's net, even though Kemper signed to a 5-year deal. So it looks like it'll be Kemper. Nobody's yet confirmed. Should be Kochetkov here against the Hurricanes listed. And after Carolina losing 4-1 yesterday, I think we get a pissed off Canes team here. And I'll take Seth Jarvis to score, plus 185 to score in this game. Goal in 9 of his last 12 games. Yes, he didn't score yesterday, but I like him here to get back on track in this game. This is the play. Nature's 2 points because that's up 2 points. Canes puck line, plus 115. Wow. Plus 1,500. Wow, best of luck. Best of luck. You really like the Nature's line, eh? Interesting. Flyers money line? No. I don't bet Flyers games. Flyers always screw me over. And if anything, I would lean Buffalo. But yeah, I'm going to be more selective with the NHL going forward. Obviously, we're getting towards the playoffs, and then yeah, we're going to be focusing a little bit more with baseball until the playoffs. Gensel, anytime, anytime H. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe assist or Aho goal plus 120. Best of luck. Because Kuznetsov was on the Caps. Yeah, he didn't really show up in his first game, but then a lot of people bet him. So yeah, maybe he gets there here in this one. But the second game, final game we're going to be talking about is between the Colorado Avalanche and Edmonton Oilers. Colorado plus 110 to plus 121. Edmonton minus 130 to minus 130. 6.5s right across the board in this game. Alexander Georgiev will be in net here for Colorado. Nobody yet confirmed for Edmonton in this one. Probably Stuart Skinner here in this game. Um, how are these two teams doing recently? Colorado 2-2-1 in their last 5. Edmonton 5-3-1 in their last 8. Colorado trending towards the under. Edmonton trending towards the over. What's happened when these two teams have faced each other in the past? Well, I would say it's very one-sided because it is, but Colorado 10-1-1 in the last 12 meetings between these teams. The last 5 all went to overtime. So for some reason, these two play very close games, go to overtime. 3 of the last 4 going under 5.5. And I backed Colorado and I backed the draw. And yes, I had McKinnon anytime goal. And I think another prop when these two teams faced each other not too long ago. And I expected a higher scoring game, but both goalies played absolutely fantastic. Colorado ties it, goes to overtime, and ends up winning. That's what I want to see here tonight. Give us the draw plus 370. You have to, with the fact that these teams have gone to overtime 5 games in a row. And yes, I'm taking the Avalanche money line. It is my premium play on the site. I wouldn't suggest buying that play. I would suggest getting my baseball package instead, um, because obviously I've given out the play here. So plus 14 with Avalanche. Yes, they're on the second night of a back to back. Yes, they have to travel as well from Minnesota to Edmonton. But the Avalanche just absolutely dominate this Edmonton Oilers team. They play in these close games, and then the Avalanche end up squeaking out a win. So we'll hope that history repeats itself once again and cash 2+ money plays here with the draw and then the Avs money line in this game. Over 6.5. I want it. I want it. Nice. Yes. Draw, yes, I like the draw. McDavid over 1.5 points. I want to talk you off that. Um, I want to talk you off that because he didn't get any. Edmonton was shut out in their last game. Edmonton's lost back to back against St. Louis and um, against St. Louis and it's Dallas. Yeah, Dallas. And I had the over in that game, but Edmonton couldn't even get a goal. So I do think McDavid's going to come out here pissed, but this is a tough opponent. Not an easy opponent. Rangers puck line, Vegas puck line plus 598. Not getting to those games. Jonathan Quick in net for the Rangers. Rangers minus 135 on the money line. I would go with the money line if I was going to play that game. I didn't get to anything with the Vegas game either. Um, Same game parlay. Thompson point, Tuck point. Yes. I looked at Tuck assist. I did, but didn't end up pulling the trigger. I may before game time. So check the spreadsheet in the description below. As I say all the time, look at the player prop section for NHL. If it's highlighted in green, that means it's a single play for me. So I may take a little more of a look at NHL later on. Tuck assist, Paterka 2 points plus 600. All right. All right. Lean Sabres money line and Kraken over 5.5. Okay, best of luck. Alex Kerfoot, power play point, has 2 power play points in the last 4 games. Coyotes have power play goals in 4 straight games. Plus 520. All right. All right, best of luck. I'm staying off Coyotes props. Obviously, they face Vancouver. I want to see who's in net here for Vegas. Um, should be Logan Thompson, but does Vegas play on Saturday? Let's see here. Does Vegas play on Saturday? I'm looking. I don't see. I don't think they do. No. So it should be. Um, it should be Thompson. But I was hoping maybe for Patera. Patera was in net for some reason, and yeah, I would look at Arizona props then. Zibanejad 2 points, Roslovic 2 points, plus 800. All right, all right. And I've got Tuck assist and Sabres money line. Yeah, I really do lean that. I'm probably going to end up getting to Tuck assist. Um, Philadelphia is starting the Russian rookie, which is no surprise after uh, Tortorella, um, Tortorella's comments and post-game interviews. Ivan Fedotov will make his first start here for the Philadelphia Flyers. He's 6'7". He's absolutely huge. So see how he does. Most likely against Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Haven't got to Tuck assist, but I may get there. I may get there. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. MLB show will be tomorrow morning sometime. And NHL show for tomorrow's games will be sometime tonight, usually around 5, 6 p.m. We'll see if I can get all my stats and stuff done before that time, and then we'll try to have the show around 5 or 6 for hockey for tomorrow. Then the baseball show will be tomorrow morning. Sundays, I'm going to take off. I'm going to continue to take Sundays off, especially with baseball being back. It's a lot more work for me to do. So I'll take Sunday off, but the spreadsheet will be there for people. And then, of course, my premium plays available on picksandparlays.net. Link is in the description below. And you can get plays there. I also have Fox Assist minus 136. That's a good price. That is a good price for Fox Assist. Good luck. Let's go. Cheers. Yes. Best of luck to everyone. And we will see you on the next episode. Getting Well with Terry and Friends. MLB picks, NHL picks. Talk about both. Best of luck to everyone. We'll see you on the next show.